Ginge was made up for how ass that Aerith game was.
Yeah. Hello, my little nerds and nerdettes. Please join us for another episode of...
Dungeon Crawlers.
I'm just hoping... I love all of our intros, but I'm just hoping once again in like a couple of months, Frosty's gonna randomly be on that crack cocaine that he smoked the last time, and he's gonna fucking flip out on camera again. I'm looking
Dude, that
forward
shit
to
was
that.
so fucking funny.
I mean, it
It
caught
was
us all
so
off guard.
unexpected.
It was so good.
Caught us all off
Dungeon
guard.
Crawlers!
Yeah, he fucking screamed.
He's waiting until it's long enough that it'd be unexpected again.
Well, I mean, it had been what, 3 years, 4 years, 3 years, and then he just popped.
When was
off one
that?
day.
That was a while
Yeah,
ago.
It was a while back, but like he'd never, and it was just like all of a sudden. But anyways, I digress. Welcome in, welcome in. We're back again for our Wednesday funness. I currently, Overlord, am running this campaign where the party has found their way into the dungeon mine of the beans. They are here to extradite and remove the possible source of infestation of creepy crawlies, monsters, and whatnot, and trying to figure out kind of what happened down here to clog up the beans' mithril mining operation. Down here, they've discovered a kind of a group of bullets that have kind of made this little a little tiny nest, and so violently murdered a tiny baby because they're a horrible party. And I believe that in my defense as a DM, they should be killed for this. So if you like that in the Twitch comments, if you could all just upvote, and 3 upvotes will get the party murdered, and I'll make sure it happens.
Upvote? What's an upvote? Type 1
just
in
put a
chat.
thumbs up. Thumbs up or a 1. Either or works.
To the left.
Yep, to the left. If not, understandable. This murdering party of defenseless bullets that just we're trying to make a little happy family. Are
It had to be done. Listen, leaving babies like that alive is how you get situations like Batman. It would have came back stronger and killed us all.
You don't know this. It was defenseless, and you murdered
For
it.
now.
Yeah, says the murderer. Anyways, I digress. A albino bullet had made an appearance, and the party defended themselves, defeated, and are now currently in the process of searching around to figure out what they need and what they can take. We left off with them kind of at the end of their their fight, and now they are kind of in the process of cleanup and the searching the rest of their the mine. So we left off, I believe the last we left off, Frosty, you had just kind of sliced open the mommy, and we're currently going through the innards, I believe.
Yeah.
So Frosty, I think you said you were searching the innards for anything of particular value.
It's heart specifically.
The heart specifically? Okay, so roll. Can I get some oh, I don't know, not battle music, but like just kind of like
mining ambiance.
Yeah, give me some mining
Cave
ambiance,
ambiance.
like Mines of Moria type stuff, you know? Give me some of that bang bang. Anyways, roll a. I like this. It's eerie. It's either going to be survival or medicine to see if you can successfully remove the heart without doing damage. Well, I'm going to go. Hold on. Medicine.
Dexterity maybe for like how well you do it, but medicine because you're like going into the innards of a creature. I don't know. Performance.
You want to get fancy? You do an intelligence sleight of hand check.
Oh.
Ooh. So correct me if I'm wrong, Frosty, but I believe it is a medicine check.
I think monster harvesting is usually
Harvesting
tied to
check.
survival.
You might be right here. I'm reading further down.
Well, that would make sense to me.
That's kind of what I thought, but the first 2 posts were something else. So, monster time, fully harvest. Okay, so yes, it would be survival.
Okay.
So, roll a survival check, and then detach magic. Quick scan of the room. As you cast detect magic,
22.
22. Very nice. So simultaneously, while you are currently they are large creatures, Axel. I mean, you're a large individual in yourself, but to get to the heart past the muscle, sinew, guts, insides of the bullet, you're pretty much all the way into your shoulders, and even like your face is kind of like the side of your face is almost butted up against the gore of the bullet because you're trying to reach up and in there and find the heart to basically free it without damaging. With the 22, easily done. You've dissected creatures that you've hunted in the past, whether it be the sandworms or some of the creatures of the desert. Not your first rodeo. As you kind of reach up, the anatomy of a bullet is different to you, and you've never truly done this, but you've played around enough in the past where you can get the general gist of what a heart is. And you kind of reach up and in and feel around for what feels like a circular type something, and you in one move you're able to get the knife up and in and cut out, and you pull out a large and an intact, pristine heart.
Very nice. Going for the hide next.
Going for the hide. Roll a survival check. As you cast detect magic, you get several pings throughout the entire room, as each one of the kind of the those encropments seem to kind of slightly glow, like a ting to them.
That's a 9.
A 9. As you start to remove the hide, you find it to be more difficult than you expected. You're only able to get off a small portion, about this big, patch-wise, as the rest of it is so heavily attached. You're not able to find like large enough grooves to get under to kind of like to cut it away, to get yourself a nice chunk. And you're only able to really get out like a piece about yay big, and it's heavily damaged as you remove it. And you just have an incredibly difficult time removing the hide.
Oh, Quadrifel.
You feel like you're doing more damage to the hide than you're actually getting it to release. You might be able to try one more time, but the DC is going to be a little higher. And if you fail, you feel like it'll damage it to a point where you won't really be able to remove it in a good piece, and it'll come off it'll rip, or it'll break in some way.
Can someone come here and hold this steady for me?
Yeah, I'll come over and give him some assistance.
There's a reason why these things are so feared. Their hide is about as hard as plate armor. It's hard to rip off.
I'll see if I can help, and I'll give him the help action. As I steady
As
it.
Axel begins to kind of cut, and like it's squirting pieces of like blood up on you, and you're getting like specks of blood hitting you, and you're kind of like, oh, oh, oh.
Come on, please. Oh, 6 and an 8.
Ooh.
As Nova is helping you, and you feel a little more confident now that she's there and she's kind of steadying, the beast for you. As you kind of dig in, you accidentally get like a little too deep, and like some blood kind of squirts up and hits her in the face, and she kind of like, oh, ow, don't, ow, and you kind of last second like look over like, oh, what, oh, I'm sorry, and you cut too deep, and as you do this, the piece kind of rips at an angle, and you watch as the piece that comes loose rips, tears, and like skin comes with it, and it just gets really gritty, and you realize that pretty much at this point getting the rest of the hide removed is kind of ruined, as it seems to kind of interlocked and change colors.
Sorry. Guess I didn't help much.
Don't despair. And as he looks towards the bigger one, we still got one left. Give me a hand again.
All right.
This one looks more difficult, as it is a kind of a rare white hide, but as you kind of run your fingers along it, the grooves interlock a little tighter, and it seems to be a thicker plate.
You
He
got
thinks to
this.
himself- And he thinks to himself, I'm not going to let Harold down, god damn it. With advantage, 17 and an 18.
Okay, 18. With the 18, you're managing to get the piece up, and the large upper, like the fin area, you're able to kind of get up under where the actual kind of like the fin comes up, and you can see where some of the tendons may have disconnected at a point when you guys were fighting, and you're kind of able to get your fingers up to pull it up just enough to slide the knife in, and you're slowly kind of like removing the plate. You start to get out large sections, and it's freeing up like bit by bit by bit. Like it's only moving in like centimeters. Like it's just small movements. And you start to get about halfway through it, and you're like right at the DC, so roll one more time to see how much of this piece you're going to get undone. You're going to get a piece of it, but how much more you're able to get is if it's going to be a large section or if it's going to be kind of a half section.
And I'm still helping.
Okay. Oh, 9. It's 9.
Fuck!
So where you start with this large section, you're like, oh fuck yeah, I'm going to get this whole upper dorsal area. You watch as halfway down the plate where the actual dorsal fin kind of connects into the top of the head, where the head kind of moves that joint, it splits right at the dorsal fin. You watch as it kind of cracks and moves down, and you realize the larger piece that you were going to get is now about half. It's a large enough chunk and might be enough to get the job done for what you need, but it's not the whole piece what you were hoping for.
Is that gonna
But it
be
is a
enough?
clean cut, and it is the piece that you did get is in good order. You were able to cleanly remove it from the piece of the bullet.
Kind of like kicks the dirt a little, just a slight tap, says, I hope it'll be enough. You can tell he's kind of frustrated with himself, but he's gonna try and move past it.
Hopefully it is. You may not need very much.
Either way, I can handle this next part by myself, as he sort of lays it out flesh side upwards, and he takes out the bag, the medium-sized pouch of salt that he procured from Duster's Run, and he lays the heart in the middle of the piece of hide, and then he starts to moderately sprinkle salt over the entire hide. And then he sort of massages it in, and he repeats this process about like 3 to 4 times until the bag is basically used up. And then when that's done, he rolls the hide up, sort of like a sleeping bag, and then he ties it off with rope before depositing it in the portable hole.
Nope.
That should stop it from spoiling. All right. Where to now?
Can I pick any of these plants?
Yeah.
Well, what did you say was glowing, Ginge, when I asked you about the spell?
So as you're looking at all of those kind of bluish looking rocks, they look
In the
to
middle
be,
here?
Yep, they look to be kind of like maybe mithril. They seem to be receptive to your magic and just slightly have a magical tinge to them.
Have I heard of these? Would I have any idea what this is?
Oh yeah, it's mithril.
I'll point that out. And... I think this cave is full of mithril.
Well, Mr.
There's
Bean
quite
did
a bit
say
of it.
that their mine was special because they had a bunch of mithril in it. So I guess
3
that would make sense.
seconds.
I knew it was valuable. I didn't realize it was magical, though.
Go ahead, sorry. Check up my daughter.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we continue forward. I don't know if we can.
I'm gonna examine
Cleanse-
my I'm gonna examine the scratches that I got from the boulette, and kind of obviously flash my scratches in front of Evelyn, so she sees that I have scratches.
I have 3 good berries. Do you want some?
Oh, that'd be nice.
Can I mash them into a poultice with maple syrup
Easily done.
to go on the scratches? They're 4 health each, so 12 healing.
Perfect.
And I will walk over to the mithril patch that Sophia pointed out.
So you watch as Evelyn kind of sits down, she pulls out her little pouch, brings it around to the front, and she begins to take out this tiny little almost like pewter dish, like a mortar and pestle. And she begins to put a bunch of very nice smelling leaves into it, and then these berries, and just starts to mash, and then you watch as she slops, she just kind of digs in with her hand and slops it onto a leaf, and then walks over and just begins to kind of rub it along your arm. It smells quite nice, but it's very sticky.
Now the question is it sufficient enough to make her feel better?
It does make her feel a lot better.
Healthy?
I would say the form that it's being administered would be whatever the original amount that you're healing for, it would be half of that. And then it would start healing. So you said 12 points?
I'm more or less wondering if I need to do healing word with it.
She would heal 6 points. as you're rubbing this on, and then over time, another 6 points.
And once I'm gonna thank her for doing that, and then as soon as I'm like 10 feet away, I'm gonna quickly cast Prestidigitation and get rid of the maple syrup. So
How dare you?
No, but here's the question. If I ask Sophia how injured she is, even with it, how healthy is she feeling?
I feel better now. I should be good.
She seems to be feeling better.
I appreciate it. Well, that thing caught me by surprise. Come out of the ground so fast. Axel seemed to know they were coming, but... And then Sophia realizes she complimented Axel and awkwardly walks away.
I'll start looking for a piece the size that I was specified, Ginge.
Looking around, there's that smaller piece by the tracks. You can see a piece was mined off about the size of your fist, and left in the cart itself, but it seemed to have been knocked over and is currently resting on the ground.
Does that fit what I was told to gather?
Yes, seems to be.
Very nice. I will pick it up.
You realize that Mithril is magical. It's emanating some sort of magical property. I knew it was valuable and strong, but...
From what I've read, it's especially light.
It's surprisingly durable.
Right.
Ginge, does this cave look like this is cut off here? This is a dead end?
Yeah, it looks like it comes around and just kind of stops there.
Does it look like an unnatural end or just another cave wall?
Just looks like it comes to an end. Sophia, what you do notice, actually, you have dark vision, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Roll a perception. Yeah, roll a perception check for me.
This wouldn't have been detected with my detect magic?
No.
That one.
Okay, never mind. You kind of come up to the edge of this, like, abyss, this drop down, and it is dark. And as you
Oh, but I
kind of-
can... I'm
Yep.
gonna send Lola down
Okay.
and look through Lola's eyes.
She's an owl, so she sees great
an owl.
at night.
Okay. So roll perception for Lola.
Oh. Let's see, what is owls?
She sees tons of mice.
I think
All
I
she can
have,
focus on.
yeah, I have advantage on, or the owl has advantage.
Okay.
So... um, 7.
7? Okay.
Wait, no,
With advantage?
9.
9?
Oh god.
How far away can Lola go from you, and how far away are you going down?
That's a good question. 100 feet from me, so I'll send the owl down about that far,
Okay.
and then the owl can see 120 feet in dark.
Okay. You're looking through Lola's eyes as you kind of descend, and it is pitch black. Lola has dark vision, I'm assuming? It's an owl.
Yeah, dark vision up to 120 feet.
So she gets down to about that 80, 90 feet mark, and she's just hovering midair. And she looks down at about 120 feet, and you look down further, and you see 1, 2, 3, 4, like a string of just like faintly glowing lights down another 80-ish feet, but you can't make it out.
Mhm.
You just see what seems to be like a string of lights.
So yeah, Sophia would be kind of zoned out, her eyes rolled back about 10 feet from the ledge as Lola flies down, and when she comes back, there's lights down there.
Oh.
Wonder, this goes way down. I wonder if this leads to the Underdark.
I'm gonna be looking down, especially because Sophia said there's lights down there. I don't imagine I probably would see much, but just curious.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Come on, Fuzzy Dice, let's have a good day. Fuck you, Fuzzy Dice. 6.
6.
They're going in
It's
jail.
dark. Yeah, unfortunately, you look down and you see nothing but just pitch black, and maybe what she's describing as lights, but you're not sure. It's a ways down, but you do think that you see maybe with your sight and at that distance, it just looks like that string of lights is like like one light, maybe a couple lights. So you're not sure.
Okay. Yeah, that's awfully far down.
And it's pretty obvious, not like this isn't like just like one of those torches or lights that we saw back in that initial room that we entered, because there were lights there too, right?
Yeah, I would say over the course of a couple of minutes of you guys standing there and watching, you're not sure if it's your eyes playing tricks on you or if they're moving.
I could get a look at what's down there, but I'll use quite a bit of my power.
I don't think it's worth it because we don't really have a way to get down there anyway.
Well, yeah, we do.
I mean, if we wanted to fall down, but then how do we get back up?
I don't suppose any of you can fly.
Well, you said you didn't have a way down.
That is true, but even if we did have a way down, we wouldn't have a way back up.
Let's come back here if we don't find anything else, but
It's probably the best idea.
we still have the rest of the cave to explore.
On the road again.
Gypsy is down the highway. Okay, sorry, I'm done.
I'm gonna press a digitation and clean off Axel, because he's covered in guts.
I'm covered in guts too. You know what? Wait, I'm pretty sure I grabbed.
Oh yeah, Nova would be too, so I'll clean
No,
up Nova.
I have it. I would have done it to myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll press digitate.
Thank you.
I've never heard that before. I'm gonna press to digitate.
I'm gonna press to digitate.
Oh, let's see here. It might have...
Oh boy.
So
Well,
we had
look,
2. Oh, okay.
Like a button to edit.
Oh boy.
What's that?
Something
Yeah.
magical here. Floating text.
My cat jumped on my keyboard and clicked a bunch of buttons.
Oh,
I don't know how to delete that.
Well, it's just a magic floating text bubble.
Yeah.
Look away.
I'm gonna tap Nova on the shoulder,
Yeah.
and I'll gesture
Oh,
to
stop
to both of our heads.
I will mind link.
We've actually managed to find the majority of what we came here for relatively quickly.
Well, that's good. Didn't take very long.
Yeah, there's just one thing left.
Wasn't it an eye or something?
Set of eyes.
Build
From,
patience.
You
a
still need
set
to
of
clear
eyes
out
from
whatever.
a stone skulker.
Right. And then we still have to clear out whatever's left in here anyway for the beans.
Well, I believe Mr. Bean wanted the path to the Underdark to be cleared.
We're talking
This is
in our
mind
heads.
link.
Oh. Then no, I don't say that.
That light you have, you can still use it, right?
Yeah, I haven't used it yet.
Good.
Do you want me to use it now?
We should survey and see how many of them there are. But if there's a good amount of them, then it'll be quite useful. In fact, you'll have the most important job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just stick to me like glue for now.
Okay. I guess just give me the signal then.
If all goes well, this should be a relatively trivial encounter.
Can only hope. Do you think we need to rest for a little bit? Or... I guess I should ask everybody before we move into the next section.
I wouldn't complain about a short rest.
So out loud, I'm
Me
going.
neither.
I'm gonna. I'll ask. Anybody feeling like taking just a quick break to recover for a little bit before we move forward? I imagine.
Yeah, if you feel like that's what we should do, I guess I can. Sure, if that's what you want. Yeah.
That's what you want. Sure, put it on me. Yeah, so I'm gonna sit down on the ground then, just getting any positive feedback about a short rest and take a short rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
So you guys are taking a short rest right there, kind of like where you guys right now are on the tracks.
Yeah, because this is the T that we came in at, so it feels relatively safe for the most part.
Okay. So you notice two things as you guys kind of sit down and you begin to relax and you kind of take into account your surroundings. Because right now you guys have no light other than what's coming from the central area there. So those of you with dark vision, and now that you guys are sitting down, you guys realize, you place your hands kind of on the ground around you, and you're kind of relaxing, and you feel like abnormal pieces of stone.
I'm gonna pick one
And-
up and look at it.
Seems to be a mouse that is completely frozen.
What the
stone.
fuck? I'm gonna immediately throw it.
Okay.
What
She
the hell?
shatters against the side of the cave wall.
Shh. Try and keep it down.
There's frozen creatures on the ground.
That's what basilisks eat. They're able to digest what they've turned to stone with their gaze. It's their favorite food.
Oh, that's really off-putting.
They eat. Did they eat them after they're turned to stone?
Correct.
Is that they can just eat the rocks?
So they're stoners.
Nice.
And on number 2, all of you guys roll perception check.
I'm not gonna use my fuzzy dice. I'm gonna use.
Well, I'm rolling good tonight. Twice
least
as good as
those-
last time, Ginge.
Holy
I got
fucking
2.
shit.
went
Fucking
from a 1
nat
to a
1,
2.
bro.
Hold on, I need a new
Uh,
dice. Need a new dice. 1 second.
Roll at disadvantage anybody who doesn't have dark vision. Because right now it's pitch black. You
This
guys
kind of
have
makes
no
sense, Ginge. I don't need a short rest, so I'm not staying with them. I'm gonna venture back into the main room and just do a detect magic on that room,
I got a 15.
which is why I don't notice whatever you're doing because I'm not there.
Sounds good.
I guess it makes sense that I rolled bad. I'm meditating to get my key back.
I got a 15.
15?
13.
So, patience. Sophia, what you do notice is in that room, you kind of get pings all over the room. It's the same source. You do get, and actually, how wide of an area is detect magic? Sorry.
I believe it's 30 feet from me, but I'd be kind of walking around the room.
You'd be walking around? Okay.
Yep. So I wouldn't get that far
Hold on.
outside of this room, but I'd try and get most of the room covered at some point.
Yep. Okay, so as you're walking through the room, as you kind of get to the lower portion of the room, kind of like where that owl is, you do get a ping on the opposite side of the wall.
Okay.
Like a strong ping. Because no,
Is there a school of magic to it?
I'm always the worst at this.
I am too. I don't know why I can never remember them all.
I know, right?
Every time I read them, I'm like, oh yeah, every one of those makes sense. That's intuitive, and then I'll forget immediately.
Transmutation. I had to do a little deep diving.
And double check. Are there any pieces of? I didn't mean to pick up this owl. Are there any pieces of mithril in this room that would be
Correct.
sizable that you could grab?
So not that you could grab, but there are large pieces throughout the room that you do see kind of sitting around. You know, and that you're getting like all those tiny pings that you were
Yep.
getting previous up above. You're getting them throughout this whole room and kind of along the walls. It basically looks like in your eyes when you're seeing the detect magic, it looks like the whole room and like the walls are kind of sparkling like diamonds. Like
Mhm.
just it's like little pings everywhere. And then on the opposite side of that wall, it's like all of a sudden like somebody turned like a big old flashlight in your direction.
Well, I'll mention that to the group that there's a strong source of magic not far from us.
Okay.
Just south of the room to our left.
Okay. And then Nova. Passive is 21. Oh, okay. So Evelyn, you would actually as well because you're passive. So Axel and Nova and Evelyn, you notice. Excuse me. I'm sorry. You notice, or you hear first, kind of scuffling noises. Like scuffling and scratching noises, and kind of like muffled talking, or what you think is talking or grunting. You're not entirely sure. And as you kind of look off into the darkness, you see the outline of a figure. Kind of walking along the tracks, scraping at the ground and doing something.
I'm back. Who's seeing this?
Evelyn, Nova, and Axel.
And in what direction is this? Down the tracks, you said?
Down the tracks a little ways.
Okay.
You kind of hear scuffling as you guys sit down and begin to rest. And you kind of hear.
Ooh,
And I'm
I hear
minding
critters.
with Axel so that I don't make any noise. Is that something we should be worried about?
Doesn't sound like a basilisk, but I'm not sure what it is.
Maybe it's friendly?
Maybe.
A giant mushroom. Maybe it's friendly.
Hey, Ginge.
Yes.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back to that room where the magic was.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down and pull out my book and spend some time preparing a new spell that I haven't casted before, so guess I would have practiced it when I learned it, but first time actually using it out. And I'll take out those goggles that I bought from that shop. That glass eye essentially.
Yep.
Take that out, and I'm gonna cast the spell on it, and I'm gonna create an invisible sensor on the opposite side of this wall where I think that magic is.
Mhm.
And it creates an invisible sensor. The sensor remains in place for the duration, can't be attacked or interacted with. When you cast the spell, you choose. I'm going to choose Seeing. I'm using the glass eye. And so I can see through the sensor as if I was in the sensor's space.
Okay. So you're just looking to see what's on the opposite side.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. What you see butted up against the wall is a several. So when you look through this, you're able to also use like your dark vision and stuff like that, I'm assuming, correct?
Correct. It's as if I was there.
Okay, sounds good. So what you see on the opposite side of this stone wall, you see several people frozen in place, petrified completely, in different states of composition, or not composition, postures. You see somebody that looks like they were running and tripped, and they're kind of like looking over their shoulder in fear. You see another person that seems to be looks like he was like fully armored, like was gonna swing at something, and like mid swing just stopped. And then you see an individual rested up against the wall, seems to be in a state of crying or distress, and they have their arms wrapped around something that seems to be rolled up, and they're just holding on to it. And that's kind of what you're able to make out. Hello?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All of a sudden I was like, oh god, did I disconnect? But at the end of the tracks here, you guys do hear, those of you that can see it, you do hear and see this something scuffling around, moving, and doing something. As Sophia has kind of stepped back into the main room, and you hear her kind of in there, like chanting something. Pumped up.
To keep distance, with telepathic, I can use Mage Hand to make it invisible.
Okay.
And increase its distance by, or range by 30 feet.
Okay.
I would like to cast Mage Hand and move it up to this thing and just kind of very gently poke it.
Okay. So two things. One, Sophia, as you kind of go back and you periodically check, you do kind of, because you can move, it's not just like a focus point, you can kind of see in directions.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. So you do go back and you kind of scan the room a little bit better, and you do notice where all those people are frozen in place, you do notice an individual that seems to be laying face down on the ground. And after inspecting them for a little while, you do notice what seems to be kind of a grunt and the fall of like like they're breathing.
The
Like
rise and fall of their chest.
the rise and
basically.
fall of their chest. Correct.
And so they're not made of stone.
They don't look to be, no. As for the mage hand, so as the mage hand kind of appears and you take it down,
It's invisible.
it's invisible, and you poke the creature, you you watch as it turns around and it begins to kind of panic and like run around in place and like backs up down this way.
That thing seems fairly harmless. Spooks easily. Should we move in and investigate?
There's someone alive in there. They're lying face down on the ground, but they're still breathing. Most of them are turned to stone, but is it worth teleporting them out? Could they still be alive? How would they be alive if they were still in there?
Well, if they're breathing, then they're still alive.
Should I try teleporting them out?
If you want to.
Can someone come with?
Yeah.
This is in the middle of our rest, right? We haven't finished yet.
Oh.
I've not finished.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Damn you,
Okay.
Axel.
Oh. Well, I thought we had talked about short rest, and I figured this was kind of after the fact. My bad.
I'll go. I don't need a short rest.
I'll stay put then.
So Vortex Warp only works on creatures, but since I see this thing breathing, I assume it is a creature. So I will look through clairvoyance to get vision of the creature, and I think that creature should still be within my Vortex Warp range. I think that's yeah, it's within 90 feet of me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I will teleport it into our room, probably about maybe where those two tracks intersect, that T, about that location.
Hold on.
Oh, through the wall. That's a clever combo. Damn.
Okay, so you're looking to move it to where?
Where like the tracks form that T,
Okay.
kind of that direction.
On the left-hand side or the right-hand side?
Oh, on the left-hand side, away from the party.
Boop. Okay.
No, I'll run up to her.
Okay. Heavily breathing, leg. She's kind of, hold on. Hold up, where's my fucking notes? Notes. You see... you see a long-haired, kind of bluish, like a dark blue, kind of green tinged hair, and light blue skin. You see like a moon elf. She has a kind of like a nose piercing. She's heavily covered in like dust and bruises and scrapes. You look down at her legs, and she looks like she maybe fell, and she injured both legs severely. And on the right leg, you do see what seems to be kind of like 2 puncture marks, and it's bleeding and seems to be kind of pussing and oozing something. And she's breathing very heavily, and she's breathing She's breathing. God dang it, what's the word? She's breathing labored. Like labored breathing. And she looks. She's a moon elf, but she looks pale. Like pale and just kind of like struggling.
I'll look at Helitrus. Can you help her?
Can I medicine check to see if I know what to do to help her?
You can roll a medicine check.
Where's my d4?
Can I help?
You
Evelyn
can.
help?
Okay. Probably gonna need it because the first one
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
was like a 12, 11, and the second I did need it is a 25 with guidance.
Oh yeah. So 25. With the 25, you're able to kind of get down, notice the puncture marks. You realize she's broken both of her legs. She seems to be poisoned, and it looks like she was poisoned a while ago. So the poison has really taken effect. And she's struggling with that. She's heavily injured. So if you have something that could heal broken bones, or even give her a little bit, or anything for poison.
So like a lesser restoration.
Possibly.
Sounds pretty good.
Because like healing word would heal, cure wounds would heal, but it's not gonna fix poison.
Lesser restoration heals poison.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the other two would give health, but they're not gonna fix the fact that she's poisoned.
Correct.
Lesser restoration.
Lesser restoration. Okay. As you kneel down and you place your hands along her leg. That's as you're kind of feeling it, you can actually feel the tibia, like where it's completely broken, like it's separated, and you're like, oh, that's not good. And you kind of begin to feel the calf even more, and you move your hand up into her upper thigh. And no, I'm just kidding. You keep your hand down at her calf, and you place your hand over the 2 puncture marks. And as you cast the lesser restoration, the air kind of takes on Sophia. The air takes on a heavy maple syrup smell, and kind of the smell of like an open field or trees after like a fresh rain. And it's soothing. And you watch as the 2 wounds begin to heavily pus. And you watch as this like dark green like liquid kind of oozes out along with a little bit of pus, and both of the puncture marks, like the redness and the swelling, fade away. And you watch as there's still the 2 puncture marks, but her breathing becomes less labored and a little more like, like every once in a while she'll wince in pain, but it's not that increased labored breathing anymore. Seems to have taken effect.
And for good measure, I'll throw a spare the dying onto it.
Okay. For the time being, she looks to be stable.
And I'll ask, can you hear me? And I'll repeat it again in Elvish.
No movement, no like receptive answer, no nothing. She seems to be out cold, but stable.
Then I guess I'll look around for me the best place to kind of set her to. Oh, weren't there beds in the other room?
There was those beds that were kind of like up the stairs where it seemed to be nobody had used them in a long time.
Yeah, kind of up the stairs back this way, right?
Correct.
Would Should we carry her to one of those beds back there?
Yeah, probably. We can't leave her here.
And I'll
Make
go to
a-
like try and carry her, but I'm not very strong.
I was gonna say
Never mind.
make strength checks, and I would say at advantage because it's both of you. If Evelyn's gonna help.
Yeah.
Who's doing the strength check? Or both of us at advantage? Is it just one of us at advantage?
One of you at advantage, or you can both roll separate.
Mine's a -1. Is yours any better?
It's a -1.
Okay, so let's each just roll.
Damn.
That's good.
Axel's in the other room just relaxing, and these two are in the other room
Oh,
like struggling.
solid. Nat 1, so I rolled a 0.
Okay,
I rolled a 13.
13. Okay. So you, Evelyn, you noting she's not elven like you with a lighter complexion, but same subspecies. And it kind of gives you that little bit of fuel, and you begin to pick up the legs, and you're like, yeah, let's move her somewhere really good. And you watch as Sophia picks her up, and you're like, yeah. And all of a sudden, she trips backwards and drops her, and you hear,
Things don't shatter.
and she falls directly on her head, and like you see like a little like welt kind of start up,
Oh,
and
no.
blood kind of pours onto the ground a little bit.
I quickly spare the dying, killing her
Okay.
after I saved her.
Evelyn, you're still like holding on to both the legs as Sophia's like,
She's probably fine until they done resting, and then one of them can carry it.
Yeah, we're not gonna get
Carry
rid of
her, not it. Maybe Nova could talk with her.
I'm gonna wait with her.
Yeah, I'll be waiting with her too.
Okay.
No longer attempting to carry her.
excuse me. All right. What are the rest of you doing? Well, you kind of hear some movement and some shuffling in the other area. You kind of hear like a loud, as you guys are sitting there kind of relaxing, you hear like a loud clunk.
I mean, until our rest is done, I don't think anything.
Yeah, I'm just sitting back.
You're sitting back, okay? So you do. We'll expedite the time, and you guys do get your short rest. And what you didn't notice, because I rolled really high, Strat, as you guys are relaxing and kind of taking the time, you guys kind of look over and you notice this creature is currently rifling through your backpack. Strat, that's on your side, like your little pouch.
Ray, you're muted. Or he did.
He dead?
No, he's in the bathroom on his phone.
Jesus Christ. He's shitting. Awkward.
Would you rather I be unmuted?
Yes.
Ooh, as long as you're not dropping bombs, that's all that matters.
Okay, fine. I will refrain from dropping the 500 kilogram right now.
Let's go. You do notice this creature rifling
the
through your pack quickly.
Eagle inbound.
What the fuck? Hey.
Whoa! And it like takes off and like begins to run down the track again in the opposite direction.
By opposite direction, do you mean like up towards where we were playing the bullets, or?
No, down.
No, down.
Oh, okay. Did it take anything?
Don't know.
I'm checking my bag.
Checking.
Yeah.
A couple coins are missing.
Motherfucker.
Shit. I'm getting them back.
Dobby's a good elf. Master gave Dobby a sock.
Toby's free.
Toby's free help. I think if we kept him, Evelyn, he would, we would go broke very quickly.
Well, I want to use his powers for good to help us.
Oh, yes, set him free amongst the other folk. Then give him crackers when he brings them back.
Just treat him like a crow. You know, if he brings you money, give him better bread. And they'll bring you more money.
So after a short rest, are Evelyn and Sophia still in the other room?
It seems to be.
Would you have still been in there?
So we're waiting until you guys come over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you would have still been.
That's what I was
so
thinking.
If I notice they're still not back, I will get up and go in there.
Feeling
Oh.
better.
Yes, much.
She was hiding on the other side of that wall. I think many of her friends got turned to stone. But she's not responding. Evelyn did her best to heal her. I think she's alive, but not doing well. I was thinking we could move her to one of those beds while we finish exploring. But I'm not strong enough to move her myself.
I can see if she's awake.
1 second.
Is that a little invasive?
No, I meant just to talk to her in her head and see if she responds. I'm gonna wait.
Sophia
until
will
she
shrug.
comes back. I mean, maybe she can't hear you, or maybe she doesn't speak. So I can try talking to her. If she doesn't respond, maybe she's unconscious.
Let's move her to a bed first. And then you can try communicating with her.
Alright. Axel, would you mind helping?
I'll move her, but let's not. If she is conscious, let's not waste time trying to get her life story. We have a job to do.
Of course.
But she might know what's back there.
Yeah, sure, have important information.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll pick her up and I'll take her to the temp sleeping quarters.
Okay.
I'll-
Roll
I'll
a
assist.
strength check.
I'll assist
with advantage.
With studying her and whatnot.
22.
I would say that covers it this time.
That is better than a 0.
Roll a perception check just in case.
20.
20? Okay. As you guys are picking, you guys, you get kind of under her, and you go to pick her up, and really, you don't even need Nova's help per se, other than kind of getting her cradled, and covered up correctly. She's light enough for you to easily pick her up. What you do know is as you're picking her up, you notice a large welt on the back of the head, like a bump, like a big old goose egg. And it seems to have like a little blood trickling out of the back of it.
Can I tell that it was very recent?
It's still
Recently
bleeding.
inflicted?
It's still bleeding.
Nova
a
and I
little bit.
didn't notice that when we were sitting with her.
I'm just gonna shake my head.
But you do pick her up easily enough, and you're able to bring her up to. We'll just put her up there. There's nothing up there, but I'll just put her right there. Remove control. All right, and you're able to bring her up to the very dusty beds, but you're able to lay her down on them easy enough, and she's able to kind of rest.
I'm gonna take just a moment to mind link with her and just say, "Can you hear me?"
Okay. Nova.
Oh, Ginger's getting situated.
You mind link, And as you mind link, you feel your mind grasped by something.
Oh.
And you find yourself standing in a like a large grove with perfect circle of trees around you. Large, incredibly large, old, almost like redwood trees, like just giant
Ooh, like
trees.
those huge sequoias, massive
Yeah.
trees.
Massive trees. And in the center, a what seems to be a campfire, and this individual sitting cross-legged in a meditative state.
Ooh.
And you feel yourself like unable to mentally pull yourself away.
Oh shit.
Like you are assaulted almost and held in place, like somebody has a chokehold on your mind. It's suffocating.
I was gonna say the first thing I would have probably tried to do is just get out of there because I wasn't trying to waste time, kind of per what Axel said.
The rest of the group, what you see immediately as she dives into this person's head is within 10, 15, 20 seconds. You've seen her do this several times over before. She looks strained. All of the muscles in her neck are exacerbated and standing out. You see kind of like a couple of the veins in her forehead stick out a little bit, and kind of like she's just wincing a little bit, and you see like a trickle of sweat or two.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna lightly growl under my breath, and I'm gonna rigorously shake her.
Okay. As you find yourself walking out of the tree line and into this open grove, towards this individual that's sitting cross-legged around a fire, you see her in a meditative state. She stands 20 feet from you at this point.
As much as I'm curious, I'd be very much taken aback by the fact that I can't pull out of this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be probably still, like, I won't be stepping forward. I'll be trying to disconnect. And after several attempts, if I still can't get out, I'll probably look frustrated and sigh and walk a little bit closer towards her.
Okay.
Are you keeping me here?
I have. Are you harming me, or are you helping me?
We're helping you. We found you in this cave and we pulled you out of it and healed you and are putting you somewhere safe.
As you kind of say that, her eyes open to these, almost like incredibly light green eyes, and she looks directly at you. That would explain the pain that is gone. I have put myself in a trance to hopefully buy myself some time, while the poison was taking effect to figure something out. My apologies. And you feel kind of like the chokehold release. I wasn't sure if I was being assaulted by someone.
No, you're safe. You're healing. But we have much to do to make these mines safe, so I really can't stay. But I wanted to check and make sure you were conscious.
Unfortunately, I'm teetering on that edge right now. I fell from a great height, and I injured myself to a point of great pain. So I put myself in a trance for the time being to negate that pain. That way I wouldn't pass out. I will most likely keep myself in this state for a little while until that pain subsides, or at least reduces. I thank you very much for your help, as I do feel my body becoming stronger.
Good. Well, you're safe in a bed near the exit of the mine shaft, so when you are ready, I wouldn't linger too long, just because we don't know what else is creeping in here, but I
Fair
would
enough.
say try to vacate as soon as you can.
Fair enough. Well, I do appreciate the help. I am Elaine. And your name is?
Jen, you said Elaine?
Erlaine.
Erlaine.
Irlain. Erlaine.
One second.
Actually, I think I did write it on her.
Yeah, you can click on her to get her name and a little snippet of her personality.
Erlaine, okay. Just let me copy. Fuck!
Once again, my apologies for lashing out at you.
Quite alright. It's a little off-putting that you were able to drop me here, but I understand
This is-
measures must have needed to be taken.
This is deep within my subconscious. Like I said, I put myself here to get away from the pain.
Well, I really should get back, but
Of course.
thank you for speaking with me, and good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and I'm sorry. Before I would have done that because I got sidetracked because I was taking notes. I would have told her my name is Nova.
She does smile and kind of goes back to kind of her meditative state. And you do feel like that chokehold has been let go of you. And the rest of you do watch as the strain goes away almost immediately. And she looks in her relaxed state once again.
And I will come back out.
Okay.
Well, our friend was in a trance. She didn't like me in her head. But she is okay now that she realizes we were just helping her. So I let her know that we can't stay, and she will leave as soon as she can.
Did you give a hint of what we're about to find later in the cave?
I didn't want to stick around, and I was a little taken back by being stuck in whatever trance state she was in, so I didn't think to ask. Unless you want me to go back in.
I'll shake my head. No. I
We have
think
to
Axel
fight
knows what we're about to fight.
Yeah, we have to fight it anyway, so we'll find out.
So we could ask if anyone. Maybe it's worth asking if anyone else survived. There's plenty of people back there.
I think we'll find that out soon enough.
Yeah, I'd say we just get in
Oh,
here
that's a good
as quickly
point.
as we can.
Oh. I didn't know Patience was back. I thought Patience was still meditating on a porcelain god.
I just got back.
Oh, good. I'm glad that you're out of your trance state as well.
Listen,
Yeah,
I had
it's
some
been-
I had some key to recover, okay?
Or key to release.
Both.
Yeah, fair enough.
Listen, I had to do the up, right, down, down, down on them.
Strafing run. Anyways.
No, that's
Um,
that's right up,
Oh, my bad.
or up, right. Can't remember which.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing? There's the mine shaft to the left that seems to go down. And then there's also that path that you guys are currently on right now.
I say we go down the path we're on.
I'll look towards Nova. You and me take point, and remember, right next to me.
All right. Just let me know when.
Okay. As you guys continue on down the path, and then are you all there? KB and Evelyn, are you going as well, or are you just kind of?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want
Excellent.
to make sure. Nope, that's fine. I just want to make sure.
Excellent.
So
Actually,
as you
if
guys,
we're fighting, how did these people get turned to stone?
I explained it at the beginning, although it's been a while when we first entered
Oh,
the
I
mine
wasn't-
shaft. But it's been
I wasn't paying attention.
gotcha. It's also
That's
been
right.
like a month.
You did say she wasn't paying attention.
don't rub that in my face, Frosty. Not my fault, asshole.
They their gaze turns you to stone. It's not instant. You can attempt to resist it, but you only have about like 10 seconds. I'd say it works out to about as far as you can throw a stone, 10 meters.
So basically, if one is within 10 meters of you, don't look at it,
Look away.
or does
Pretty
it?
much.
Okay.
Of course, makes them
Understand.
harder to hit, but swings and roundabouts.
All right. So distance is key.
Well, not for us two.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you take point on that, but I will stick right next to you.
The path ahead of you is dark. So for those of you that do not have dark vision, you guys can't see going forward. Those of you that do, about 60 feet out, about 30 feet in front of you, you do notice the creature on the ground seems to be shoving something into the abyss. Hold on. Why can't I remove? Oh yeah, it was up here, but I had to take that out. Region 4.
This makes Foundry so much better in essence of it physically moves it as your character moves through it.
Yeah.
With the dynamic lighting.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's what I if I could figure out dynamic lighting, that would be freaking phenomenal. I'm sure there's in here. But yeah.
Bro, the dynamic lighting on this was so frustrating when I was trying to do that against the giants thing on this.
Mm-hmm. So we'll say down the path you guys do see stuff.
Or some of us do at least.
So this little guy here, just shoving something into a hole.
Probably
Yep,
your
so
coins
hold
that he
on.
stole.
So he's on this side.
Hmm.
And you see two things. You see I don't have them up there obviously, but you see those three people that I had described to you earlier, Sophia. The one person that seems to be laying down, kind of looking over their shoulder, frozen in place. The one that's mid-swing, coming down, kind of armored, is completely turned to stone. And you notice the person that's kind of butted up against that red plant, and they're holding something tight, and they seem to be crying, or their head's kind of down, and they're completely turned to stone as well. And in their arm is whatever coiled up, and they also seem to be holding something in their left hand.
Yeah, I'd pretty much go straight for that person who's crunched against the wall, crying.
Okay,
And
so two things. One, the thing that little shrub creature, it seems to be shoving something down into the abyss, and at first glance it looks like a log. For those of you that have dark vision, because it's black and white, it looks to be a log, and as you notice, it's a foot
Oh.
being shoved over the edge.
Or like
Like,
a
like a
leg.
person's foot?
Like a person's foot.
You can't be too careful. I double check to make sure that mine are still there.
They're there.
Ugh. This looks bad.
So I'll kind of hug this side
Yep.
and make my way up to that red plant.
Okay. And farther out, you do see something black and white that seems to be coiled up. Like like you see it kind of like every once in a while, like it moves in the distance. For those of you looking down that general direction, you do move towards the individual that's up against the it's up against the wall, and he seems to be holding two things.
And I'm gonna cast detect magic just to make sure that I'm grabbing the right thing.
Oh yeah, both those things light up individually now that you're close enough to see them. Whereas you can kind of tell that on the other side of that wall, you were just seeing both of them together, so it was a very bright light.
For now, I'll just grab them and throw them in my bag.
Okay. One of them seems to be a scroll of something, and the other one is a rolled up clothing, maybe a carpet.
Yeah, for now, I'll just throw it in my backpack.
Okay, sounds good. As you're standing next to you kind of walk close to that creature, and as you do get close to it, it looks at you, and you're close enough to see it now, but it looks to be like a tiny person made of roots and leaves and branches, like where all the fingers are. It's like 3 fingers, and it's like branches, like the tips of branches.
Baby Groot.
Kick it
And
into the
as
abyss.
as you get close and you kind of scooting around it, the like where there's no mouth, it's like a bunch of twigs or like vines over the face. It like removes, and you see these like spiked sticks, and it just goes and launches like a hand out at you and pokes you, and you take. Actually, you don't take, but you. Oh, fucking, where's my thing here?
Yeah, just to roll a hit first.
I know that. I got excited in the moment. Nah, 12.
Just misses.
Just misses. Okay. It like jabs out at you, and makes like a stabby move and kind of backs away. And it is going to jump off the side and into the abyss, and about 10 feet down. For those of you that are paying attention, you watch its like head cap kind of open up into a little flower, and you watch as it kind of floats. And on the top of the head, you see these like tiny little like fungi or like flowers that like just lightly glow.
Ah, well, there goes my coins. Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna be very focused on the coiled up creature that I know is sitting nearby. Axel has dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
I'd be surprised if he didn't.
True. I had to ask. I couldn't remember.
So you see whatever that thing is, and you watch as you guys are kind of moving around and getting close. You watch as it kind of uncoils, and you watch as this kind of like giant serpent head kind of comes up out of the coil, and you watch as it just kind of moves in place.
All right, everybody. Got company over here.
Does it look like it's seen us?
Yeah, it looks to be seeing. It seems to be paying attention to your group.
But not being overtly aggressive yet?
Just kind of coiled up there. Seems to be kind of moving in place and just watching the rest of you.
Is that it? Is that the basilisk?
Yeah. They're usually pretty sluggish after a meal, and they get really heavy after eating because they have to digest all the rocks.
Why is there another snake down there?
Just checking.
A sneaky little snake.
Axel, make a perception check. And you have
Sure.
dark vision, so just regular.
6.
A 6? Okay.
Should we attack it before it does anything?
They are solitary hunters, so it's not unusual that it's alone, but that doesn't mean there isn't any more nearby. That thing you can do, you can only do it once per day, right?
Once per. 1 second. I can do it after a short rest. I'm double checking that though.
Once per day, short rest? Like, what the fuck? What does that even mean?
Yeah, once per short rest. And it lasts an hour.
I don't think it's worth using it on just one. If more show up, then go ahead, but for now, let's just take it on regularly.
Okay.
Bleh.
I'm gonna go up to Axel and just be like, "What's stopping us from just sending us straight off the edge?"
Well, in case you've forgotten, Ufarin has requested a set of its fangs, so unless you want your friend's soul to be trapped, I don't think we should send it off the edge.
Oh, right. And Sophia looks dumbfounded.
I'm trying to think what I want to do here. I still can't fucking use this yet. Damn it.
It slowly begins to kind of like uncoil and slithers itself like kind of along the mushrooms on the ground and in your general direction. It seems to think that you don't see it yet.
Mm,
Lovely.
thinks he's being sneaky, huh?
Sneaky snake. Sneaky
Little
snake.
sneaky little snake.
Sneaky snake.
Sneaky snake.
I'm a snake.
Sorry.
Well, shit.
Anybody know parcel tongue? Tell this guy to fuck off. Give us his teeth.
Let's
I
parcel tongue.
mean, do all snakes speak the same language?
I don't fucking know. Your guess is as good as mine.
I could just see Evelyn like, do all snakes speak the same language? That's
That
very
was a legitimate
racist of you.
question.
Like calling patients out on some shit and be like, how dare you to like assume that they all speak the same language? Obviously, you should take that into account.
Maybe there's different dialects. You know, different regions speak it differently.
Well, I mean, Elvish, there definitely is dialects, so
Exactly. How dare you, patients?
I
How
know
dare
snakes
you?
aren't the most intelligent of creatures. But
How dare you assume they're so inferior that they haven't developed dialects?
Obviously.
They clearly
God.
could speak different languages.
Disgusted in you, Patience. Disgusted.
Look, I can hardly speak my own language, so I don't know a whole lot about this kind of shit.
Sophia's gonna
But-
start digging through her backpack and pull out a strange-looking tapestry and start to unwind it, and just doing a double take based on what's on the tapestry and what's kind of coming at them.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna tell everyone just look away for a sec. And then the image is a snake, a little different than this, but similar. And the snake is kind of think like just like whirls of color surrounding the snake.
Okay.
And that is going to be a premonition for what's to come. I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern at the snake.
Ooh.
On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. It's a wisdom saving throw, and it rolls a 2.
Okay. It fails. So what is the hypnotic pattern that it is going to see?
I think it's going to get overwhelmed. The premonition I had was like a whirl of color, and I think that's what I'm going to do. It's used to being surrounded by stone, and now all of a sudden it's seeing bright ribbons of various colors, and it's going to be so foreign to what it is that it's just going to be confused as to where it's at, and to lose a sense of.
You watch as the snake begins to kind of like freak out, and it kind of like is like striking in place, and like curls over onto its back and begins to kind of like show its underbelly, and you watch this like slithering, like it almost looks like a rabid animal, like it just looks weird, like it's like writhing all over, like trying to make sense of what's going on.
And I'll quick go to Axel and be like, it's harmless for a minute, but once you hit it with something, it's gonna strike.
Gotcha. Let's get in position.
Nice trick.
Oops, I moved the wrong character. I'll still be close to Axel, even though I don't want to be this close to this thing.
Okay. You guys begin to move in and get yourself into a position of striking as this creature is continuing to kind of writhe around and slap itself on the ground and flop around and whatnot.
Snake. If we could hear it talk, it'd probably be like, dude, what the fuck?
So
balls right now, man.
Axel, as you, because now you're like right next to it, right, Axel?
Yeah.
Okay. As you get close and you draw your greatsword.
Yeah.
You draw your greatsword as you prepare to strike down on this basilisk, and you look down, and what you didn't notice farther back, because of your dark vision and the black and white and no color, is this is just a regular snake. As you get closer and you notice the colors and the size of the creature, it's a poisonous snake, but it's just your average variety as you look down on this snake.
Shit.
What do you guys want to do? You guys are in striking range.
Well, it's still incapacitated. I'm just gonna shove it into the abyss.
Okay.
Slightly.
You guys watch as you guys are like all like tenderly walking over towards it. You're getting into your positions. You know, Evelyn morphs into a wolf, and you watch as she crouches down and begins to
Axel
kind of
just
snarl and
cooks
get
it.
herself Nova gets close and you watch as she kind of prepares herself to attack. Maybe you draw on the crossbow. Sophia hands out, ready to cast. Patience, both you're cracking your knuckles as you get ready to punch down. And you guys just watch as Axel walks up with a greatsword, stops, and then just fucking kicks it off into the abyss. Just angrily. It's just gone.
That's so fucking good. What the hell?
Yeah. What? I thought we were gonna. What? Huh?
That wasn't what we were looking for.
Evelyn's gift is perfect. Oh?
Sophia will just kind of put her hand into her face.
That wasn't it?
What the?
Where the hell are they then?
Ah, god damn it.
Is this area like next to us? That the pit is that a pit or is that a wall?
Wait, like right in front of you?
Yeah.
No, it seems to be like another. it seems to be like another drop off. Like it's pitch black.
So we can see across. to
Yeah,
it,
you can
across
just
to
barely
it.
see across. You do notice Axel goes down, and you see what bees to be kind of like a bridge. Let me remove. That's this one. Whoops, wrong one. Actually, at this point, delete. There.
Oh.
And Patience dies.
No, what are you talking about? I jumped.
So you do notice a kind of like a bridge that crosses over. And as the bridge crosses over, you see like all in the area, you actually see like animals perched. So that bat and that owl that are perched are completely petrified. You do notice as you guys are kind of walking along, I couldn't find bits and pieces, but you do notice like petrified like pieces of people. Dwarven, maybe gnomish, and you see like how they've been broken apart, and you can see like puncture wounds where bone marrow has probably been taken out, and they have and they feasted upon whatever was inside of that. Dead.
No, it was levitating.
Super dead.
Freeze.
Super
Let's see.
dead.
Freeze.
Dead. Super dead.
Oh no!
Unconscious.
No!
Done.
No! No! I did it as a meme. The joke.
Just kidding. But as you do cross over the bridge, you notice this area where all around you notice like bits and pieces of people that have been fed upon.
Is there anything of note at the western end of this cavern?
You do notice what seems to be kind of like a cave-in. What once used to be maybe a pathway or something that leads deeper somewhere, but it looks like it caved in at one point, and you can see like fungi growing over pieces of the God, I'm having a freaking brain fart. Pieces of the stone and like beams and whatnot that fell in. But as you're doing that, you guys what are your passive perceptions?
21.
And
21.
15.
15.
Okay, anybody above a 13?
Wait.
I'm just saying anybody who is.
Yes. 14.
As you're walking around, you notice the like the pieces of people that have been tore into, eaten, destroyed, and you notice mounds. And as you look at the mounds move, and suddenly you see the heads of these basilisks resting just below a little hole. And
Where would we have seen this? Because I wouldn't
Yeah,
have
where
walked way
would-
back over where I am now if I had seen. Was that at the western edge?
yeah, like right in there. Right there.
Okay.
You see boop
Oh, there he is.
and boop and boop, as all of a sudden they begin to kind of emerge out of these where they must have been sleeping and burrowed themselves for the evening or night or whatever. And these 3 basilisks uncoil and rise up and stand fully tall, standing about, I would say they're probably like 5-6 feet, like fully erected. They have a coil and they've kind of mounted themselves up like cobras. And that's where we're gonna go into battle.
Battle music.
So, battle music. Ooh, it auto rolled. Alright, so
Fuck yeah.
If you know, you fucking know, okay?
I think like the entire internet probably knows at this point. What the?
But I don't even have an initiative on this shit. I don't know how to roll. I'm just gonna roll my own. Oh, okay.
yeah, no, you roll your own and then tell me.
I rolled that one, so
Yeah, Sophia.
that's my
That's
third
like
nat. That's
5 to as third. Yeah.
at least 3. Yeah.
Ouch.
And I haven't rolled that much.
17.
17.
Dun, 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 dun.
Rolled
I
some
rolled a
twos as
13.
well.
Ooh, we got 13.
25.
Damn.
Yeah, 3 of my 4 rolls tonight have been a nat 1, and the
I was
only
gonna
other
say.
roll was a 2.
Sophia. Patience.
Good night.
Holy fuck. 6. Some ass.
Evelyn.
7.
Oh, guys. Oh. All right. So, as you
Oh yeah, we're fucked.
guys, all of you, will roll.
Well, my initiative isn't 1. My initiative is 6.
Oh.
But I have a plus 6. I have a plus 5.
Well, then, tell me the number. Oh.
Not bad.
All right. Everybody, roll a Constitution saving throw.
14.
No fucking way,
Oh,
bro. I'm getting
shit.
fucked in the ass by these dice.
I'm so
Dude.
fucking sick of my rolls.
Hold on. I need a pin. I need
Oh.
a pin.
Damn it.
Boy, this
Oh no.
fucking sucks.
Oh no.
I mean, I would have been ready to avert my gaze, you know? And rounds are only 6 seconds, so you can't get petrified in a turn.
No.
Might
No,
be
we'll
trying
just have to
take influence,
absolutely
I don't know.
nuke the fuck out of him.
All right, there we go. All right, so Axel. Ow. Correct. And that would be, and actually, yeah. So Axel, we'll go with those rolls. All right, so I messed up, so you actually get to re-roll. Axel pointed something out, and I messed up. So
Oh.
Oh yeah, nobody
we-
rolls anything at the moment.
Correct. It would be KB first.
Oh, so we roll it on our turn.
Well, okay, so are we considered surprised or no?
It would be surprised.
Okay, so then at the start of your turn, you can't avert your gaze when you're surprised.
Oh shit.
So, actually, so then I'm good. I'm good. I did good because you were surprised.
Yeah, we still have to
Well,
do it
they
in
all-
turn order though.
Correct.
Yeah,
So,
and they all get a turn because we're surprised.
correct.
Unless their turn is just coming up out of the ground.
It's just coming up out of the ground. It's just catching you
Okay.
off guard. You guys looked at them.
So then,
Accidentally.
technically, KB would have already gone by the time that the first basilisk comes up
Yes. So
in the
KB,
surprise round.
KB will be. He's right off the rip. They are surprised. So KB, what was your roll?
What I mean is that KB went before the creatures even would have come up if they're coming up doing the surprise round.
But wouldn't the surprise
Why?
still be before his initiative? Or no?
Well, the surprise round is just a round. It's just you have the surprised condition during the round,
Correct.
so you skip
each
your
of
turn.
them- so each of them.
So
get a
KB
turn,
would have
basically.
gone, and then the other ones would go. KB's turn is being surprised. That's it.
Yes.
But he would have gone before the creatures came up out of the ground.
Yes. Yes.
If that's their turn is coming up.
They're literally, yeah, they're not attacking you. They're more or less just coming out of the ground and they caught you all off guard. And so what I'm trying to get at is that you accidentally look at them as they're coming up.
So
And
the
they're like
condition
uncoiled.
of them coming out of the ground is what's creating us needing to roll a Constitution saving throw, basically.
Correct.
I
Unless
think that makes sense because I think it's stupid that KB wouldn't have to roll because of initiative since he wouldn't have even known combat.
yeah, no, you're
started.
all surprised. Yeah, so everybody's rolling
And
because of
we're-
that.
We're looking at
Yeah.
them as they come out of the ground.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
they're not having to take a turn. They're activated by their condition
Yeah.
of looking at them, kind of.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's like that instinctual, like all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, and then you realize you need to look away, but it's that point of like you got caught off guard and you're like, what the fuck is that? Oh shit. So, Axel, is it does it start with Evelyn or Axel on the rolls? Okay, no, I see it now. Sorry. So, Axel is 17.
I haven't rolled yet. Let me do so.
Oh, my bad. Does it start with Sophia? Where does the roll start? Sorry.
Axel
So
rolled a
Axel
24
got a
for initiative.
24. Evelyn,
What? Which one? Are you asking for my initiative or my saving throw?
your saving throw.
14.
14. And actually, god damn it, I'm confusing myself. Because it surprises you, you don't look away, so you won't start the roll until your turn. That's how we'll do it.
Okay.
But, well, I'll count Axel's and Evelyn since you rolled now. Actually, no. You guys will get to re-roll. Unless you succeeded. So, actually, you can keep those rolls. God damn it, I'm confusing myself. Because you guys are good. So, we'll start with KB first. So, KB, roll a Constitution saving throw and then take your turn. Man, what is
15.
going on with this? 15. Pen that works. Or not. What happened to all of my pens that work?
So are they not attacking on their surprise?
No.
Oh, that's right. You already said that it was them. Their action was just moving out of the ground.
Correct. I'm just gonna do it on my phone because I don't have a single fucking pen that works. So, KB, what'd you get?
15.
15. You save. So you can take your turn. As the creature kind of comes up, you find it coils up right next to you as it kind of makes its way out of the ground.
I will cast Ego Whip on the one right next to me.
Okay.
So it will do an intelligence save.
Intelligence save. 7.
All right.
Oh, if I...
Let's see what we got. He will take 16 psychic damage.
Okay.
And on his or her next turn, they will only be able to take the dodge, disengage, or hide action.
Okay.
And then
I don't know what that would be for a status.
Maybe just mark it with
Um,
something, just
Yeah.
to like a
Mark it
color or something, just to
to-
say like, hey, this one has an effect.
Right.
it says it
Or
is
that one.
filled with self-doubt.
Hmm.
It's similar
I mean,
to
go.
self-doubt is pretty frightening.
We'll go with that.
It's just a little anxious, a little sneaky.
Little sneaky snake.
I
Bastard.
think it says his action on his next turn, so I'm thinking he still probably has a reaction. So I don't think I'm gonna move. I will use as a bonus action. Oh, maybe I could do that. Actually, I will use Nimble Escape, little goblin ability, to disengage as a bonus action. And then I will move. Sorry, I totally forgot I could do that. Let me see how far I can go. I'll hide. Yeah, I'm gonna go and move and go. I don't seem to be able to move. Can't move because you're locked, it says.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. I'm just gonna go hide behind Axel.
Okay.
And then I'll end my turn.
Okay, and that would be. Alright.
And did I give you the damage?
Yes.
Anything
It
there?
was like 16 or
16.
something like
Okay.
that.
Yep.
This one is going to get closer to you two. And it is going to strike out at Sophia.
I don't like that. Don't like that.
Well, I'm dead.
Nice knowing you guys.
19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
For 13 points of damage.
Okay.
4 of those are poison damage. As you feel this creature lash out towards you, and you watch as it strikes Sophia kind of low and against the thigh, and kind of like reels back, and you can see this kind of green liquid dripping from Sophia's legs or leg as it coils up, and that will be its turn. I'm going to assume your dexterity is higher than a basilisk's, so Axel, you're up.
Alrighty. I rolled a 24, so I pass, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Oh.
not at all, actually. Sorry. I don't set the DCs.
I will move up to it. My greatsword's still drawn, and I'll take a few slashes at it. That's a natural 20.
I would think that hits.
Oh my god, I've been dominating this fucking combat. Okay.
Get her. Yeah, I think you did very well.
This is your cave, man.
Yeah, this is my cave. And then I'm going to add a maneuver to that. I'm going to add a trip attack to that. So, an extra d8 of damage. 20. It takes 54 damage.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Oh,
Okay.
Let's go.
So,
what?
How much? 50 what?
How the fuck do you get 54?
54, and 20 of it is necrotical. I don't think that matters.
Oh.
So you guys watch as Axel, seemingly irritated from having to kick a fucking snake off into the void, now getting ambushed, annoyed, you watch as the hair stands up just a tish. And without the great sword, without the great sword drawn, he pulls like a Final Fantasy, and like Auron from Final Fantasy, up over the shoulder, and you watch as just one fucking movement, just and a whole
The fucking Wicked Witch of the West, bro.
he carves off like a huge, he takes off like a solid 1 inch on the side of the snake, like down its body, like carves it off like fillet styles. And you watch as like a piece of the body just slumps off. And you watch as the snake turns and just rears up and
Yeah, and I need it to make a strength saving throw, I believe.
strength saving throw. 7.
That fails, so it is now knocked prone.
Okay.
Which means my next attack has advantage.
So, as you slough off a piece of the creature, and it kind of rears its head back, and it kind of makes like a semi-strike towards Axel. Axel takes the bottom of his boot and just kicks it straight in the fucking face, and it kind of hesitates, stumbles, and like falls down onto kind of its side and back as Axel takes like 2 steps towards it, and
Second one coming in. Let's see, first roll is a 21, second roll is a 9, so 21 to hit.
yeah.
For 16 slashing damage.
Ooh. As Axel takes a step over like the writhing body and puts his foot on top of the snake and strikes down on the hard outer layer of the beast and carves another huge slice out of it.
Yeah, I think I'll use a maneuver on this one too. So
What is a prone snake?
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Like, you think about it, it's like, does that mean it's just laying on its back? Like, its side? Like, it's already on its side? I mean,
if it's prone, it's not exactly in a position to, like,
Yes.
attack.
Right.
Tied itself in a knot. Yeah.
no, I know. It's
Okay.
just like, when you think about it, like, weird.
So an extra 7 slashing damage as well.
Extra
from the-
7?
And then that was a maneuver.
How do you want to do it?
Oh!
It's 6 health.
Yeah, I'll just cut it in half.
Okay.
And then that was a maneuvering attack, and so the recipient of that will be Sophia again. So I'll just yell for her to maneuver, and if she wants, she can use her reaction to move up to half her movement speed without provoking opportunity.
I would love to do that. And we'll move across the bridge.
You don't know how much I want to do that.
Go ahead. Sophia, go ahead and move.
Yeah, I'm just measuring it out.
Okay.
So it's a good ways across the bridge. So I'll move to here.
Okay, and please.
Alrighty,
Oh.
and then with my remaining movement, I will move up to the ego whipped one, and I'll end my turn there.
Okay, sounds good. As Axel, in 2 large hits, takes a step over the other snake, and as he takes the extra step forward, grabs the sword with both hands, and this time comes overhead, and you watch he takes he does like that anime style, like lifts the knee up, and then just whack and you watch as the snake just gets cleaved clean in half and begins to spurt blood, and it's like hissing all over the place, and it's still kind of trying to bite out. Actually, as it walks by, it kind of bites out towards you again, and this time as you walk by, you like step on top of the head and basically like stomp down on the top of the head to get it to like stay in place, and then you just continue walking towards the other snake. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, so this one is... Yeah, that's that guy. Remove from initiative. That was the guy that was next. So... 17... 18... Nova. Make a Constitution saving throw.
I was 7.
It was 7?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, didn't you say we were allowed to roll again, or did you roll?
I just didn't think it was fair because I already rolled it. But I'm happy to roll it again.
Okay. So, immediately you guys watch as so you guys watch as Nova, you go to cast your spell, like you're kind of like getting yourself mentally prepared, and immediately your joints begin to lock up, and portions of your skin you see kind of like it begins to like granulize. Like you can see like your skin, your like your pigment, your skin, it's like turning hard. Like you can see it, like the stone pieces forming on your skin, like your skin is actually turning into stone.
Great.
And you are restrained.
Restrained. So.
Believe.
Yeah, Ginge. I rolled initiative for Lola, and guess what I got?
A 1. No
A
fucking
nat
way.
1.
So I can't move.
You might want to burn something tonight, sacrifice something. 'Cause, goddamn.
Man, you and I are in just rare form, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so
You've thinned against Night
Speed-
Christ somehow.
Yeah, I did.
Speed becomes 0.
Attack rolls against me have advantage. I have disadvantage on dex throws.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I was just reading that. Okay, so I am going to meta magic for quickened spell.
And this thing is...
Since my first action is going to be to bioluminesce. So for the next hour, I glow in the dark, shedding a bright light in a 20-foot radius and a dim light in an additional 20 feet.
Okay.
And that lasts for an hour. And then for my bonus action, with Quicken spell, I am going to cast... Oh, I kind of want to do that. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. On the Mr. Ego Whip. Wait, Ego Whip gives melee attack advantage, right? Is that Ego Whip?
I don't know.
No, you're thinking of the other one.
Oh, shit.
No.
Oh, that's right. He has deflate. Yeah, okay. Okay, never mind. I'm good. I'm going to cast... I need to make a ranged spell attack. Okay, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on the Ego Whipped one in front of Axel.
Okay.
Oh, where's the button? Oh, it almost landed on 15, but it landed on 7, so I got a 12 to hit.
12 to hit?
12 to hit.
misses.
Great.
So
Hold on, and then I gotta. Why is it not working? For the next minute, all your spells with casting time of 1 action have a casting time of 1 bonus action. Fuck yeah! And a minute is
10 rounds.
10 rounds, yeah. Sick.
yeah, it's a long time.
Wait, does that mean I can No, it doesn't matter. Wait, how does that help me? Because you can't cast a spell with a bonus action and cast a spell with a regular action.
If one's a
cast
cantrip, you can.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can cast
cantrip.
a spell as a bonus action and then a cantrip as an action.
Mm-hmm.
Nice! Okay, sick. And since I cannot move, that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Evelyn, roll a Constitution saving throw.
In addition to the 14?
Oh yeah, you rolled the 14, so actually you save. How about that?
I'm gonna attack the one between me and Axel because pack tactics will apply.
And you have advantage because no, sorry, you missed.
I have advantage because of pack tactics.
Yeah,
Correct.
but what about shit? What is it called? Flanking. There's flanking right now.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I have
but-
advantage from pack tactics.
There's
So
flanking.
Also, flanking's not a rule in 5th edition.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a rule right now.
I have it anyways. It's pack tactics. So
Hell yeah.
do I have anything that's +5 to hit that would be just easy to roll? No, I don't. I just have to do the d20. 22 to hit.
That hits.
Needs to do a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. And
12.
2d6 plus 3. So 12 damage, and it's knocked prone.
12 damage, and it's not prone.
Ending my turn there.
Awesome. As Evelyn kind of leaps forward and takes like a swipe with the claw, and you watch as she kind of scoops up a portion of the basilisk, ripping it out from underneath itself, where it's kind of like flopping its head back and like a weird prone looking mannerism. Patience.
Well, I guess
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
I did already roll it. And,
What was it?
well, it's like back when we were having the whole confusion, I had rolled it, and it was a 5.
So, you. That is. So you.
Am I like unable to move? I can't go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Fuck. Your
Oh.
speed is reduced to 0 as you go to take off running. You go to take off running, patience, and as you do, all of a sudden you take that first step, and your knees just lock up completely, and for some reason you are unable to move. Kind of anything below your waist has become absolutely solid, and you are stuck in place. And you look down, and you can see like the tips of your fingers and along the back of your hand are beginning to kind of turn to stone and crystallize.
Well, I do have one thing I can do. I have darts.
Throw them. They're at disadvantage though.
Okay. First roll 13.
Misses.
What? What the hell? I imagine that's not gonna hit. Let's see. Yeah, first attack misses.
You
Try again. It's pretty good.
That one hits.
That was plus 6, yeah. Well, it's a disadvantage, you said, so
Yes.
gotta roll again. I wish that case. Fuck.
Yeah. That
Wow,
misses.
I'm useless.
I'm sorry, bud. As you reach into your jacket and you grab
Fuck you, multiverse. You're killing me.
you pull out both of your daggers or your darts, and you go to throw them, and the shoulder, you can just feel it like the tendons solidify, and you feel almost like rigid, like if you were standing outside in the absolute frigid cold, and you go to throw, and it's just completely off, and you throw in a direction that's not even close to where the basilisk is laying right now.
God fucking damn it. Ugh, this is not how it ends. Shit.
Is that your turn?
Is it my turn? Can't do shit else.
Sophia.
I rolled a 10, so I'm gonna have the same problem.
Same problem. Strained. Whoops. Actually.
So you did say I could roll again.
Yeah, but they're all using theirs.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna do that because we all know I would reroll if I had actually saved. So.
You feel your body begin to lock up as well, and you kind of take a couple steps backwards to continue distancing yourself. And as you put your hands out, you do notice the backsides of your hands are beginning to turn solid, and you notice your pinky on your left hand is completely stone.
I'm an earth
More
genasi. I'm
stony
used.
than usual.
I'm used to
I
it.
was gonna say
Yeah.
she's probably used to it.
To a degree.
This is a little worse than normal.
The locking up of your body throws you off, though, like that, just feeling like you're extremely cold and like your movements are very choppy.
Yeah, I might be getting a little too stoned. I'm gonna cast.
We've all been there before.
I'm gonna turn back and kind of like frozen in place. I know I have to fight back somehow. Let's have the one close to me make an intelligence saving throw.
Jesus Christ. -3.
That fails.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. It takes 5 psychic damage.
Okay.
And the next time it needs to make a saving throw, we'll subtract a d4 from it.
Healer damage. How much was it? 6?
5 psychic damage.
5. Perfect. Alright.
Oh wait. I only rolled once and it should have been 2d6. So 5. Nice. 11 psychic damage.
Alright. So 5 plus?
A total of 11 psychic damage.
Got it. Perfect. Alright. So as you kind of take the step back and you lash out towards it, you watch as it the creature kind of like recoils and winces an eye and just like lurches up even higher and kind of hisses in your general direction. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I don't think there's much else I can. Yeah, I don't need to push anything. So yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. And then, what is the bird's initiative? Because you rolled a natural one. but-
2.
2?
Yeah, it goes after the next creature.
All right. So the basilisk is going to. Yeah, it's gonna attack Axel.
It was ego whipped, right?
Yes. What
So
does
it can
Ego
only
Whip
use
do
its
again?
action to dash, disengage, or hide, correct?
Not
Dash,
attack. Yeah.
Damn.
dash, disengage, or what?
Or hide.
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 That's cool.
Or dodge. No, was it dodge, disengage, or
Dodge,
hide?
engage.
I think it's. Oh shit! Now I gotta look.
I don't think dash is one of them. I think it's dodge, disengage, or hide.
I think you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Dodge, disengage, hide.
And he's also prone, so if he wants to move anywhere, he has to use half his movement speed to stand up first.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll it this way. He's going to hide. He's gonna hide. So, as the creature kind of being knocked, like whipped down and knocked onto its back, and it hears the screech kind of behind it, it flails its head out. And as it does, it looks kind of around in desperation, and it begins to launch itself back into the hole, like its burrow that it was in. Evelyn and Axel, you guys will both be able to make an attack.
Yep.
On which one, sorry?
19.
19 hits.
Which
I'm
one
gonna
are we
add-
attacking?
The one in front of Axel.
This guy right here.
So I would get my advantage from pack tactics then?
Mm-hmm.
15 slashing, and I need him to make a strength save.
Slashing. Strength.
Yep.
22.
Okay, he saves.
22 to hit.
Hits.
Strength saving throw.
23. Natural 20.
Well, it's already prone, so it's kind of redundant.
Yeah. Well,
2d6
the
plus
way I
3.
would have counted it would have been more like you guys like grabbing at it or pulling at it or something.
Ooh, that sucks. 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. And he is going to. Boop.
Piercing if it matters, but I think my attacks count as magic anyways now. Or maybe not yet. I'll have to double check.
And then I think that's now top of the round. KB.
Okay. This one closest to me is dead. That's the first one that Axel killed, right?
Yes.
And the furthest one looks. How's he look?
It's a basilisk. Looks fine.
Use their reaction. I don't think. Okay. They both just use their reaction, right?
Yeah. Not the closest one to you is not used a reaction.
I mean, sorry, I mean Axel and
Oh, yes.
and Evelyn. Okay. I think I will just do a psionic blast on the furthest one from me.
Okay.
He will take 11 psychic damage. And then I will use psionic recovery as a bonus action to get a couple hit points back. And that will be my turn.
Okay. Basilisk is going to... step this way. And up. Evelyn, you'll be able... No, you won't because you're... Yeah. Just gonna move this way. And it is going to attack. It is going to...
Oh shit!
What?
That wolf looked gnarly. Yeah, that one.
There's a baby one too.
Oh,
Aww.
so cool.
I'm just a baby.
24 to hit.
Knowing our party, we'd kill it.
Axel?
Attacking me?
Yes, you
Yeah,
guys
that
would.
hits.
Okay. And then... 12 points of piercing damage.
12
And
points.
then... roll the Constitution saving throw.
Is this related to poison?
Yes.
Advantage. 22. 23.
Yeah. So you take 4 points of poison damage.
I'm resistant to poison, so I take half of half, so only 2.
Perfect. As you watch as the creature lunges at Axel and takes a bite at his shoulder. And as it does, you watch as the head kind of flexes. And for a split second, Axel, you kind of grab like the jaw, like you reach back and you grab hold of the snout and you kind of peel it off of you. As you watch as like a bunch of like green liquid comes spurting out of the fangs. And Axel kind of just shrugs his shoulders and you watch as it like just kind of leaks down the armor. And he pushes it back. It is also going to do tail whip. So it's going to do 12 to hit.
No.
You watch as the end of its tail flicks out and cracks like a whip as you kind of use your as you watch as the shield kind of comes up, you kind of deflect the shield off of the shoulder as you watch it, or yeah, you move the shield off of your shoulder as you watch as the tail flicks and kind of cracks, and you catch it on the backhand. That'll be its turn. That'll bring us to Axel. You're up.
Before Axel goes,
Yes.
I finally rolled well. Lola rolled a 17 con save to resist getting petrified
Oh yeah,
by
it was your turn. I forgot about Lola.
the basilisk and would have gone. So I will use Lola to distract the one that's near Axel. So next attacks against that one will have advantage. The next attack against it.
Alrighty. At the start of my turn, I will avoid its gaze, or avert my gaze, rather. And then I'll move slightly back. Right there.
You put a skull on my basilisk.
Beautiful. And then I'll take a slash at it, so it'll cancel out the disadvantage of not being able to see it, at least for the first one. 21.
21 hits.
And I might as well add my last maneuver to this. So 18 slashing, and I need him to make a strength save.
18. Strength?
Yeah.
13.
He is knocked prone,
Jesus Christ.
which means my disadvantage
fuck.
is still canceled out. So
Mommy showed up.
I will attack normally. This next one, 18
18 hits.
for 10 slashing. And so 10 slashing, and yeah, I'm probably not going to get another chance to negate disadvantage, so I will action surge and take 2 more attacks.
Baby.
18 again
Hits.
for 11 slashing.
Okay.
And then 1 more. 27 to hit
Hits.
for 14 slashing.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Is your back sore?
Yeah.
And
Axel put in
then
work.
yeah, he's motivated.
Someone's got to put in work.
In case it doesn't die before its next turn, I will take a stance in which I twist my greatsword so that the flat of the blade is facing it, and so I'm going to show it its own reflection in the mirror of the blade.
Okay.
So at the start of its turn, it's going to have to use its petrifying gaze on itself.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Sounds good. So you watch as Axel squares up once again and kind of does like a side roll around the basilisk. And as he does, he comes up with kind of an upward swing and takes off a large chunk of the bottom of the basilisk, so it's missing like its tail. And he turns around, flips the blade, and comes like baseball swing and comes across the basilisk, taking, like cutting almost bisecting the basilisk. As it's holding on by like a couple of tendrils now, as it's leaning off to a side and just like gushing blood out the other side. As he turns the blade inward, kind of tries to catch the basilisk with its own reflection. And that is your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Its turn. I have to roll a Constitution. 16. Succeeds. Baby, I hate you. I was really worried for a second.
I could only do that because my blade, my mirror, quote unquote, is in bright light thanks to Nova's bioluminescence.
Yeah, fuck you.
I planned that out. I came prepared.
So, as the creature stares at its own gaze for a second, you watch as it kind of winces and almost like a second pair of eyelids flip down, and you watch as the eyes almost go like milky.
I mean, would he be watching? He
He'd
can't
be
see it.
watching.
He averted his eyes.
Yeah, it's not the same way. It's a film. It looks weird. But as he does, he is going to, I think he is going to strike out at Axel, because you are the closest person. You did just fuck him up.
Wait, how is
40
it that
hits.
one's turn?
Which ones?
The one
Oh.
attacking Axel.
What do you mean? That's the one next in line.
Isn't it?
No,
Wasn't it Axel's
you're wrong.
turn?
Hold on, you are right.
Yeah, that one just
why
went.
why did it switch me to that?
You might have clicked the back arrow instead of the forward arrow.
You might be correct.
Mhm.
Why is it? Yeah. There we go. There we go. You're correct. So none of that happened. It was a dream. You're all hallucinating because it's really dark down here.
I am going to use my last third.
Actually, you have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
if she doesn't want to avert her gaze, she still can.
Well, I
No,
think
but you
it's
have
because
to
of the
roll
effect.
either way.
She has to roll,
Yeah.
yeah,
At
regardless.
the end of her turn.
So then.
Oh, true.
Oh,
is
But
averting-
averting the gaze does not negate having to roll that, though.
Yes. So,
Absolutely.
but you're
Absolutely.
correct. Yeah, it's at the end of her turn. So, yes, continue. Sorry.
Does averting your gaze, is that an action or is that just something
No,
you need
just
to...
you
Okay.
do. You either do or don't. Like, you either tell me you're going to avert or you're not going to
Oh
avert.
shit, I didn't know that. Okay. So as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level at the one in front of Axel. Come on, baby. Fuck you! Urgh! Rolled a 13. So rolled a fucking
13?
8.
Does not hit. I'm sorry.
Bastard. Alright, well then, because you're rude, I'm gonna cast, where was it? I don't think I have used this yet. I don't think so. I'm gonna cast Frostbite. Target must make a Constitution saving throw.
What?
A Constitution saving throw.
Natural 1. 3.
Sick. So he's going to take... Fucking roll. 11 points of damage.
Okay.
Cold damage.
How do you want to do it?
Oh, sick. I was gonna say then
One
he has
hit point.
disadvantage on his next weapon attack. Which
Yeah,
don't
you're
matter.
dead.
He did. How do I want to do it? I literally want to like have the frost just like snake up through his body and make him like brittle.
How does it feel to be petrified, bitch?
Yeah, literally
So
make him
you
petrified.
watch as Nova angrily like reaches her arm out. Roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, that's right. The fucking 6.
Where'd the other
11.
one go?
A what?
I rolled a 6, so I got 11. My dice are pieces of shit.
Oh,
baby.
shit.
What?
So
Oh,
What?
they
you
are.
watch.
That is bad.
You watch as Nova reaches out. She reaches out, and you watch as she like grasps her fingers and holds tight as the frost begins to form up the basilisk, and the eyes kind of go wild as it tries to like lurch out, and it kind of starts to like point its jaw out like it's going to attack again. As it freezes solid, and you guys are all staring at as this basilisk goes completely solid and just freezes in place, not moving. And as you kind of look back to give Nova like a fuck yeah, good job, you look back and Nova is stone.
I avert my gaze.
Can I?
So that brings us to
Cry now? Crying's a free action.
Evelyn. Your turn.
Just think too.
So the live one's the one near Axel, right? This one?
No, that one just got killed, right?
That one just got fucking killed. Yeah, it's just
It's
standing.
frozen.
Where'd the other one go?
So are they all
Kind of.
dead?
It burrowed. It burrowed. We
Oh.
don't know where it is
Oh.
yet.
Fuck.
Well, then. If I roll perception to see if I can hear it or smell it because of the wild shape, is that an action?
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna hold an action, move up and hold an action to attack if it resurfaces in my range.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Patience. Make a
Uh,
Constitution saving throw. Or no, sorry. Do
At
your
the end
turn
of the
first.
turn.
End of the turn. It's getting tired. I'm getting tired.
I mean, I'm gonna activate my arms. If it is within 10 feet of me, it must make a save, and if it fails, it will take. Wait. Oops. That much damage of force.
Okay.
And with my action, I will hold an attack. When it appears, if it is within my reach, I will beat the ever-living shit out of it.
All right, sounds good.
Now for the con save.
We expect no less.
I have lost all trust in D versus dice, so I'm rolling. What's my con? Fuck. I think that might just barely pass. 12?
12 is the DC.
Holy shit.
Oh, holy shit.
Oh my god.
You have been rolling real bad. It is status.
Fuck me, man.
So you kind of begin to feel your body tense up and lock up as you finally take another step forward and feel like all your joints kind of start to release.
The force of my spirit expels the petrification from my fucking body.
Sophia.
Okay. What do basilisks like to eat?
Rocks.
You? Rocks?
I'm gonna like. Yeah, but I don't think it. This thing's. Oh, I'm hoping this thing is really stupid. I'm gonna create a silent image. The image I am making is think like a meaty goat.
Okay.
Made of stone. Yeah, so it's gonna appear kind of like here. Right where that orange plant is. I don't know how to ping. Do you see that orange plant right of the basilisk?
What's up? The orange plant, what?
There's like a little
Yeah.
orange.
Yeah, the tiny glowweed to the northeast
Oh,
of
I
the
see
dead
it.
basilisk.
Yeah, just below that. That's where I'm gonna put like a
Like a
tasty
goat?
looking stone goat. Yeah.
Alright.
And I can. Yeah, and actually, I'm not even gonna use since I don't want it to move. I might not even use silent image. Yeah, I'm not even going to use silent image. I'm just going to use a cantrip. I'm going to use minor illusion because it doesn't need to move, so I can make a pretty convincing one, I think, with minor illusion. And so it's just a little stone goat that'll try and distract it. And then I'm going to stay where I'm at, obviously, because I can't move. And I'm a pussy and not going to leave anything to chance. I am going to use my other part roll of a 16 to roll my
To force it.
petrify. Yeah, so I roll a 17.
Okay. As you begin to feel the effects of the petrification take hold, and you actually feel your body tense up, and you have a moment of clarity where you're like, nope, not today, and you force whatever ailment out of your body. It's your turn.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. As you sit there and you cast away from your body, causing whatever ailment to untake you, you take a step back and a deep breath, and as you look down, you see kind of the beginning of a snout underneath the mine dirt
Oh,
and coal like
motherfucker.
rock, and you're like, as you watch as this face comes like this bloodied kind of cut face comes lurching out of the ground and takes a bite at you.
I'm no longer restrained though. So,
You are not. 17 to hit.
Yeah, 17 hits.
There we go. Edit status. You take 12 points of piercing damage
Oh boy.
and roll a Constitution saving throw. Another one. What was that?
3.
A 3? Alright, you take
Oh.
8 points. Jesus,
Okay,
that last
I'm
combat
down.
part.
I'm down. I'm
Alright.
down.
As you watch as all of a sudden you watch as Sophia kind of like, oh shit, and you watch this like creature lurch up out of the ground and latch, I hate this movie, anaconda style, like onto the shoulder area and bite down, and you watch as Sophia like reaches up and grabs this creature, fighting it off, and you just kind of see the body of the basilisk like restrict and tense up, and Sophia, fighting and clawing, goes limp in the creature's arm and is now just dangling there in its mouth.
There's a reason that Porton rolled that restrain, by the way.
Yeah. That's gonna be its turn. KB. Actually, no, the owl. Then KB. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, the thing is,
Yeah.
though, I'm not sure. Let's see. I need to remember if this works. Do you guys know if does Lola still continue to fight even though I'm down?
It's a summoned creature, right?
Right.
What is-
It's not like a conjure.
I don't think I need to command it every turn. I think if I told it to do
No.
something last turn, it would keep doing it.
Yeah, we just do it until you tell it to do something different.
Yeah, so it'll fly back and distract. This one giving advantage to the next.
Okay. Yeah, that's the way I'm gonna roll it, because if you summoned it, it's just gonna keep doing what you tell it to do until it dies, or you tell it to do
Well,
something.
some summons required like using your on
Like
your
your-
turn. You have to tell it what to do for the next turn,
Tell it what
but
to do. Okay.
Find Familiar is not that way. So
No.
That's like if you
I agree.
conjure a creature.
right.
That's
Yep.
more like what I do, what I conjure.
So, KB.
Okay. If I move down here, I have line of sight to the little critter.
Yeah. And you're just on the cusp.
Dubious little creature.
Okay. Could I have that little critter make a wisdom saving throw, please?
7.
Oh, nice. Okay. You cause this creature to regard all other beings as horrid alien entities. Target must make a wisdom saving throw. It's going to take some psychic damage. And it will take 1d6 psychic damage
How much?
per. I'm going to roll the initial damage,
Okay.
and then there's ongoing damage of 1d6 per every creature within 5 feet of it on its turn.
So, 2.
And then the initial damage from the fail is 15.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, and so it'll take a 2d6 when its turn comes up also.
So you watch as the creature kind of like the eyes kind of go wide, and the mouth goes kind of like closes its mouth and like darts around looking at things, kind of slowly backing away with Sophia still in its mouth. Is that your turn?
I think I will also. It doesn't say a weapon attack, so I think I'll also use Fury of the Small, which is once per short rest, you can deal 6 extra damage to a creature with a size larger than yours.
Okay.
So I'll do that and just give him the extra 6 damage. So that would be 21 total.
21. Okay. Damage. All right. He's looking pretty bad. As you lash out at this creature and you watch as the mind, like the eyes go wide and you see kind of like driblets of blood leaking out of the front nostrils, and the eyes are completely bloodshot with like ooze coming out the sides of the eyes, and it's looking really, really, really rough.
I will once again do Mystic or Psionic Recovery for bonus action, and then I'll end my turn.
Sounds good. Axel.
Alrighty, I will
Let's
make
lick
my
the dog.
way to the center of the bridge while drawing both of my tomahawks, and I will throw them at him.
Okay.
12.
12 misses.
Second one, 23
Hits.
for 6 slashing damage.
You would have had advantage on that first attack, the owl.
Oh.
So you
Okay.
could
So
roll
we'll
Well,
use the
no,
second one.
because is it for every single person gets advantage?
Next attack, and KB didn't attack.
Oh yeah, he did.
KB
Say.
does.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll use the 12 and the 23 for the first roll. So next roll, going 9.
Fine. Misses.
Yeah, so still only one hit.
I tried.
6
Okay.
slashing.
So you watch as you throw the first tomahawk, and it actually lodges itself in the neck, and you can see the bleeding happening, and it's kind of like buried itself extremely deep. You take the second one and just not realizing quick enough, and you toss it overhand, and throw it a little too wide as it kind of skims the top and goes deeper into the mine shaft.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
That's your turn. All right. Evelyn.
It's deep in the mine shaft and I can't see it.
It's you have dark vision or no?
Yep.
Yeah, you can see it.
Oh yeah, as a wolf, you definitely do.
Well, I wasn't sure because I thought I heard that it burrowed deep, so I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah, no, it reemerged and it attacked Sophia. And as you look down the opposite direction, you actually see it kind of like coiled up into the air, and it's holding Sophia in its mouth.
Oh Jesus, way over there.
Is there a way to mark that you're down on this?
Just the unconscious.
You can rotate your character sideways if you want.
How do I do that? That sounds fun.
In Character Studio, it's the blue happy face.
Okay, so I have
Yellow.
next.
Oh yeah.
Effects and then do rotation.
It's not a blue happy face; it's a yellow happy face.
I guess I'm more like in the. There we go.
I thought I said blue happy face. Or yellow happy face. Well, I don't remember what I
16
said,
plus
whatever.
5.
Blue.
21 to hit.
21 to hit.
blue.
I said blue.
How would you like to do this? It's got 2 hit points. You literally could just roll whatever.
Oh, I need 2d6.
Got all one.
6, 4, and 13 damage.
How would you like to do it?
In a very careful way so that it doesn't hurt Sophia.
Okay.
with surgical precision.
Whatever that looks like, that's what I did.
It's not holding Sophia super far up now that it's taken a tomahawk to the neck. She's just slightly off the ground. But you manage to kind of jump up onto the body and you bounce high enough that you kind of use your front paws to push its head to the ground, forcing it to kind of lay Sophia down. And as it does, you come up and you kind of do like with the tips of your claws, you use yourself to kind of swing, and as you swing, you you put your mouth around the neck of the basilisk, and you kind of kick off the ground, doing like a spinning / biting motion, and you rip the whole underside of the basilisk's like throat area completely out as the windpipe just kind of falls forward, and you like hear this like high-pitched whistling noise from this creature, this shriek, and within a second or two it's on the ground convulsing as you watch as big spurts of blood kind of pour out onto the ground.
Yeah, angry wolf noises.
As a matted, furried, blood-drenched jaw of Evelyn reaches back, and in the darkness you just hear as like
Yes,
a
call all
large
the
wolf
friends.
comes out.
Call all the friends.
That being said, I would. Are we in combat?
It's end of combat.
End my wild shape and immediately heal Sophia.
Thank you.
I'm
And
gonna do
that's where
cure
we're
wounds
going to end tonight.
with Sophia coming back to life.
As Evelyn runs over and immediately places both
18.
hands on
Jeez.
Sophia's cheeks,
That's the good shit right there.
giving her
That's good
healing.
stuff. 18
We
health.
leave with a
Hey.
Sophia, eyes kicking back, fluttering open, as she looks up at the rest of the party, beaten, battered, bruised, as Anova, standing in place, casting her last spell.
For now, relax.
Yeah. You're not dead. You're
I
not
know
dead.
I'm not dead. Metagaming.
Everybody, have a good night.
Stomach acid. Stomach acid.
We love you.
Stomach acid.
Sophia's
We'll see
waking
you
up
next
to
week, Wednesday.
maple poultice.
Maple
Just
pulpus.
rubbing it in her face, like, breathe, breathe.
No, like on her wounds, her bites.
Her hair's like
of
all
maple
matted,
syrup.
and it's just like
Yeah.
matted and nastiness. But you guys have a great night. We'll see you guys next week, Wednesday.
Thanks for hanging out
Peace out.
stream. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week, 8:30 Central on Wednesday. Have a great weekend. Be safe, be kind, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
See you at the table.